Hello guys, and in today's video we've got a quick review of the newest generation Opel Corsa, also known as the Vauxhall Corsa. And in this video I'm gonna show you really quickly why it's a very good city car. I'm gonna talk about ride, because it's MCK rides. I'm gonna talk about the engine, and then I'm gonna talk about the practicality as well. And in the end, couple bad points that I found about this car while having it for a couple days. So let's get into it. So first things first, the ride of the car. I'm gonna talk about how the car's comfort and the handling, which I'm talking about in every car I have, which is one of the most important things. And it depends on the car, it depends where you drive, how you drive. This is obviously a city car, so you would expect, you know, it behave well in the city. I'm a couple days here already driving it through the city centers, and you know, everything is perfect, everything is the way it should be, the way you would expect from the car. So handling wise, the car obviously is not a sports car. It handles well, but in the corners you can feel the small wheelbase, the small, you know, basically the traits of a city car, where the car, you know, is a bit softer on the side. Obviously the smaller wheelbase means in the corners it's not, you know, grippy as much and doesn't stick well, but it doesn't really matter because it's a city car obviously, and we're not looking for this kind of features in the car when you know, want to buy one. The other part of ride is the comfort, and in this case it's really good. Honestly, the bumps, different types, potholes, or the one that go across the road, you can maybe feel it now. I was just going through a couple of the bumps like that, and it's really good, composed, really quiet inside. No thuds, no noise bangs coming inside the car. So from the comfort side, really good marks. I was driving even fast through some bumps, some potholes, and the car behaved really well and really predictable. Didn't, you know, shake the car, didn't jump from, you know, one side to the other. So I'm really happy that the way the car behaved, and you could really control it, and there was nothing scary, you know, driving like that. So we talked about the handling, we talked about the comfort, and now let's get to the engine. The engine, obviously, you don't expect much in the city. It's adequate. It's nothing, no firecracker. It accelerates quite well, but obviously you have to be careful because you put it like in something like third gear already outside the town, and you floor it and nothing happens. You know, over 2000 nothing happens. Over 3000 RPM something starts to happen. So obviously you have to know that, and you have to, you know, anticipate before that. But from the engine side, you know, obviously this is a small engine, so I didn't expect much, and it was just exactly the way, you know, I thought it would be. I like to always talk about the engine note as well, and this is a small petrol engine, but it's quite, you know, quite a nice note to it when you rev it. It's got that classic Opel Vauxhall style, you know, sound. I had the first Corsa, a 1.2 liter, and it was, you know, it was my first car, and I really liked it, really enjoyed it, and it was like this one, you know, quite rev happy and interesting car, you know. So we talked about the comfort, the ride, now the engine, and also let's go to the practicality. The car is really small, but really spacious, to be honest. There is a lot of compartments around the car that you would expect from a small family car, family hatchback. The boot is quite sizable with, you know, two small bags, you know, airplane bags going in easily. I could sit in the rear with my seat even in my driving position. So it's really interesting, you know, the overall where the cars got to now is really good. The practicality in all of them is really nice. Some cars have some nice features that other cars don't have, but apart from that, it's all the same, you know. Today when you go into the to buy a small car like that, you either, you know, you were a fan of one brand or you had one brand before, because honestly all the cars, there's, I don't know, 10 maybe 15 different hatchbacks, small city cars to choose from, and obviously they're all the same now because the level of manufacturing and the all the brands basically development, it went really high, and now small car can be a really fun car to drive, really practical like this one, really good features, you know, like options on standard on the car. So in this car as well, in the Corsa, the practicality is really good. Like I said, the boot is big, you know, the space in front, in the back, really nothing to be, you know, nothing to be worried about. But you know, go to the dealer and just quickly check, you know, how you fit in the car. So let's get now to the bad points, and honestly there aren't many. Obviously, if you're looking for small city car that will, you know, still have some space, not only for shopping but for something more, engine, like I said, the engine maybe is a downside, but you could probably get it with the sportier engine. And the only things I've noticed is with the options, it's a bit weird to understand, because it has some amazing options that you cannot find in even expensive cars. I mean, you can, but they cost. This is like a base version, and it has the heated steering, heated seats, and the city drive mode, which is also good. That I remember having it in the Fiat Punto when I was passing my driving license, but they put it like in this car as well, and I didn't see it in other Super Mini, so that might be advantage of Corsa over other cars, if you can get, you know, with that option. But I could see the heated steering, which is a very rare option in that class, but the lights were not automated. So, you know, I was driving at night and didn't even notice, because there was light on the road, you know, that my car doesn't have the lights on, and some guy just, you know, honked at me, and I switched them on. But it was like amazing, because most of the cars I've driven, the new ones, already have that feature. It's like I thought it's becoming like a standard. In this one, I've seen in the instruction of the car, it had the on the image of the lights, it had the auto written there, but this one doesn't have this auto feature. So you just have to remember, you know, it was like a bit weird that it had such options like heated steering, but didn't have that automatic lights, you know, as standard here. But apart from that, I was driving this car now for 5 days. Honestly, guys, if you're looking for a Super Mini, like small city car, this is a very good option, and I'm sure you're gonna really like it. But like I said, just go have a test drive, have a blast, you know, and see. Maybe Ford Fiesta is more like a sportier car, especially the ST version. But obviously, if you want the cheapest possible, then you should go for something more comfortable to drive in the city. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick video review of the new Opel Corsa, also known as Vauxhall, and see you in the next video. Look us out.